Yo, it's Smooth Milo here. Once, long ago, I made a video on the idea of semblance evolution, and in the comments of that video, someone in the comments, script writing, brought up the idea that Ruby's semblance may be way more powerful than it initially seems. To sum up, this person brought up the idea that Ruby has some level of molecular manipulation. Now, of course, that would be way too powerful. The story would never allow it. But what if the story didn't matter? So today, I propose to you, amazing viewer, a fun little thought experiment. How powerful could Ruby potentially be if plot didn't matter? Can we take Ruby's power to a level where it breaks the story? Now, how does this thought experiment work? Well, we first need to understand the power that we are working with. In this case, it'll be Ruby's semblance. Then, we need to be just a tiny bit creative and think of ways that the same power can be used in a manner that is just
hacks! I call hacks!
If you don't quite get what I mean, I think it'll start to make sense as I go on. So let's start. First things first, what do we mean by broken? Well, broken in this case means an ability so strong or a power level so high that any and all challenges faced by the characters are reduced to nothing. So think if there was a Superman in Avatar. No, not that Avatar. This one. Last Airbender one. Wait a second. Would bloodbending work on Superman? Okay, Narrativerse. Superman shows up in the Narrativerse. Hang on. Particle dismantling jutsu. This is trickier than I thought. Okay. Back to the Last Airbender universe, but let's just say bloodbending isn't a factor. You see how no one would really be able to do anything to stop Superman? He's way too fast, way too strong, and way too durable. Anyone he fights would insta-lose. He could end the war on his own, and the entire Fire Nation would only be able to watch as he did it. The entire plot would be ended in an instant. This is what I mean by broken. Okay, cool, but how do we get Ruby to that level? Like I said earlier, we first need to understand Ruby's power. Thankfully, her semblance was conveniently explained by Penny. Ruby can disassemble herself down to her most basic molecules, move said molecules at a high speed because mass no longer matters, and then reassemble said molecules. She can also do this to others. Now, so far we've only seen her pull this off in this specific order, and apparently she must complete all the steps. But what if she didn't have to complete all the steps, and we took what we are given to its extreme? Well, when we do that, things start getting nutty. For starters, Ruby's speed alone should be at a completely overpowered level. I mean, I'm no game theory scientist type guy, but I'm pretty sure if mass isn't a factor, you should be able to reach near light speeds. I'll let someone else do the math and correct me if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, Ruby should be able to speed blitz anyone or anything she comes across. Harriet should not stand a snowball's chance in heck of keeping up. But that's not where things get truly broken. Things start to get truly broken if Ruby gains control of all of the steps of her semblance, because this means that Ruby truly has gained some level of molecular manipulation. Okay, wait, quick pause to clarify what molecular manipulation is. Molecular manipulation, at its fullest potential, is basically the ability to bend reality to your will. Kind of like if you became aware that you're dreaming so you can control everything. This happens because molecules are the building blocks for almost everything in the universe. If you can control and manipulate these building blocks, you can control and manipulate everything. Reality has just become the most advanced Lego playset to you. You could turn weapons into chocolate, bullets into bubbles, people into freaking, I don't know, hot air balloons. The very air we breathe into puppies. You could even, you know what, I think you get it. Basically, if you can imagine it, you could probably do it. Okay, maybe that pause wasn't so quick, but I just really like talking about broken OP stuff. Anyway, back to the topic. Now please recall I said Ruby could have some level of molecular manipulation, obviously not the full powered version. However, it is worth noting that the version I'm talking about is more than enough because it goes a little something like this. Step 1. Ruby disassembles someone's or something's molecules. Step 2. There is no step 2. That's it. That's the end of it. Ruby wins. In case you didn't know, having your molecules disassembled would make you very much dead. You'd be harder to put back together than a tree that had just been burned to ash. Maybe Salem would survive, but she'd have to take time getting reformed, as she might as well have just had a nuclear bomb go off in her face. Okay. Pretty unstoppable destructive capabilities. But I ain't even done yet. I'd like to take you back to when Yang lost her arm. Ruby shows up. "Oh no, you got your arm cut off, but wait, do you still have it?" Confused response of, "Strangely, yes, we do still have Yang's arm right here." Ruby then disassembles Yang and Yang's arm's molecules, and then reassembles them, both, but in one piece. Hooray! Now Yang doesn't need to learn how to live with a missing arm. Ruby has just become the best healer ever. Penny's got a wound in her chest, reassemble those molecules. Weiss is dying of blood loss, reassemble those molecules. Pyrrha literally got turned into ashes. Reassemble, maybe? Okay, I'm not sure about that last one, but you get the idea. Still very overpowered. Any and all obstacles could just be disassembled. And any damage received can be negated. Yep. Sounds pretty broken to me. Like, imagine Ruby just tearing through a horde of Grimm, disassembling them all. What about a vault door? Could she just disassemble it and walk right in? You know, assuming that the door isn't a portal and her ability doesn't just destroy that portal, cutting everyone off from it. Actually, even then it would still be useful for delaying Salem from getting more relics. Assuming Salem doesn't have, like, I don't know, some sort of magic staff that can create new portals. Oh wait. Wait a second, can Salem actually do that? Can Salem just use the Relic of Creation to make a new door into the vaults? If so, I may have to reevaluate my assertion that the Relic of Creation is the weakest relic. Also, our heroes are on some deep shiz. Anyway, back to Ruby. You'd seriously just need to get creative, and the possibilities of what Ruby could do with this type of power could be endless. Maybe she just disassembles parts of people, like their arms or legs. Whoa, hang on now, Smooth, I hear you say. Ruby is one of the good guys, and the good guys don't really go around killing and maiming others, not even their enemies. Sure, Ruby can use this ability on Grimm, but not people, so that makes it not so broken, right? In response, I say the good guys seemed pretty down to kill Salem until they found out they couldn't. I mean, they wouldn't have been so disappointed otherwise. But fine, I have a solution. For those of you who've played Apex Legends, we shall use the Wraith kidnapping technique. Ruby can do a similar thing, where she blitzes in at near light speed, because remember, mass doesn't matter, grab a person, then blitz out of there and place them in a jail cell or something, effectively kidnapping them. Villain captured. She could do this to, say, Mercury, or Cinder, if she was feeling adventurous, or Salem, if she was feeling suicidal. You know, now that I think about it, didn't Ruby already do this, albeit at a slower pace? Oh well, whatever. So, let's answer our initial question. Does this potential break the story? Well, the ability to delete anyone or anything she touches does sound ridiculously overpowered. Add in the speed, and the ability to heal, and yeah, I think we have something story-breaking on our hands. Do you want to take this a step further and say she can choose how she wants to reassemble the molecules, giving her access to full molecular manipulation? Then it is unquestionably broken, and you can't convince me otherwise. So yeah, consider this potential story-breaking. Thank you for listening to me use brainpower to theorize about something that will never happen. But all things considered, it was still really fun to think about. Wasn't that a fun thought experiment? I'd like to do it again. Like I said, love talking about overpowered broken stuff. So I probably will do this again. Although I don't think it'll be with a Ruby character. Some ideas I've been playing around with are like, say, Obito with both of his Mangekyo Sharingan. Or Tracer with full control of her powers, although that one may require a lot of research into Overwatch lore. I'm not that well versed. King as a full Titan might be cool. And if she had full control of her powers from the beginning. Ooh, I might do that last one next actually. If you have any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, until next time, keep it smooth.